going plant-based, baby. Today, as a registered dietitian, I am trying 5 different plant-based protein bars to see which ones taste good and are worth your money. So let's buckle up and see if no way is the way. Hey party people, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Nicole. I am stoked to have you. I'm a registered dietitian with a master's in nutrition, and I've been in the nutrition and fitness world for well over 10 years, showing you that eating healthy and living a healthy lifestyle is fun and easier than you think. Today, we are trying more protein bars. I've had 3 other protein bar episodes. If you missed them, check them out on my channel. I give you a lot of tidbits of how to buy protein bars, what to look for. Today's a little different, but also the same. I'm gonna go through all the nutrition facts labels, some ingredients. I'll open the bar, I'll show you what it looks like on the outside, on the inside. I'm gonna taste them. I am concerned that these plant-based protein bars are gonna be a little bit more grainier than regular, but that just might be a misconception, and we are gonna find that out together. But first, let's just jump into it and try out the first bar. The first bar, gomacro banana almond butter. I see this all the single time. I've never bought it, I've never tasted it. When I was looking up best plant-based protein bars, this one kept popping up on the interwebs. In each bar, there are 280 calories and 12 grams of fat. Seems like a lot of fat, and that's probably where majority of the calories are coming from. Because it's a plant-based bar, it's mostly unsaturated. There is only 1 gram of saturated fat. 3 grams of the carbohydrates is fiber, and I really recommend making sure your protein bars have at least 3 grams of fiber in them, especially if you're using it to help your hunger. Total sugars, 12 grams, and 9 are added sugars. You're gonna see on the ingredient list, they use brown rice syrup, and that's actually the first ingredient on the ingredient list. And then 11 grams of protein. What you're gonna notice about plant-based protein bars is they generally don't have as much protein as their animal-based protein bar counterparts. So when you're buying plant-based protein, I really want you to try to find plant-based protein bars with 15 grams of protein. Granted, 10 to 18 is totally fine. And let's talk about the ingredient list again. When you're looking at ingredients, I want you to look at the top 3. Really, I try to recommend not having foods or bars that have sugar as one of the first 3 ingredients. And this bar actually has sugar as the first ingredient. It's organic brown rice syrup. Second is organic almond butter. And third is when it's that protein blend. And they use organic sprouted brown rice protein and organic pea protein. I'm gonna tell you why soon, why they have to use both of those proteins to make 1 bar. Look at those walnuts. The walnuts are my absolute favorite part of that bar. That bar tastes like a candy bar without the sugar chocolate around it. It doesn't taste grainy at all. It's very smooth, chewy, almost like nougaty texture and taste. I do taste the banana. And now that I think about it, almond butter things tend to be a little bit more subdued in flavor. That's why I like peanut butter more, but I digress. So it's not like punching me in my face banana bread taste that I wanted. I'm going to give that a really hard 7. But I do think that bar is excellent in between meals because it has those unsaturated fats, it has 3 grams of fiber, it has protein, and all 3 of those things are really gonna help make you feel full and satisfied for longer and less hungry in between meals. Overall, great bar. The only downside really for plant-based proteins is that not all are created equal and not all are considered a complete protein. To be considered a complete protein, you need all 9 essential amino acids that our body can't produce on its own. But can you guess which plant-based protein actually is a complete protein? I'll give you a couple seconds. The most effective plant-based protein is actually soy. And I already know what some of y'all are thinking.
Nicole, soy is bad for you. It can actually cause health risks.
That was studies done such a long time ago. I don't know why they keep coming back, but y'all, decades of research has shown that actually the opposite is true. That a diet rich in soy, because usually it means rich in plant-based products, actually decreases your heart risks, it decreases risk of cancers, and actually improves your health. Also, my people who are trying to build muscle, soy is high in glutamine, which is really good to have to help build better muscle. Don't be scared of soy. I'm telling you as a professional, it's a good source of protein. Two other commonly used plant-based proteins are pea protein, which again, highly absorbable in our body. It is just lacking one essential amino acid called methionine. So a lot of companies will actually pair pea proteins with rice proteins. And y'all, if you're gluten-free, rice protein powders are gonna be good for you because it's naturally gluten-free. So you put them both together, you got all 9, you're on your way to build some muscle. Aloha, chocolate chip cookie dough. Who doesn't like cookie dough? Nutrition facts, 230 calories, so a little bit less than the gomacro. We have 10 grams of fat. Again, 2.5 of that is saturated fat. Dietary fiber, 10 grams. Sometimes if you have too much fiber and too much fat, it might hurt your stomach right before workout. After workout, you're in the clear. 5 of the sugars are added sugars and 14 grams of protein. Solid amount of protein in this bar. I'll post the ingredients down here, but I'm just gonna point some things out. First ingredient is brown rice protein. We love when a protein bar's first ingredient is protein. They also added fiber. So tapioca fiber is added to amp up that fiber in the bar. I do wish, because they use brown rice protein, they had another plant-based protein, because technically this is not a complete protein. This bar is also organic, gluten-free, soy-free, dairy-free, and plant-based. The same as we just tasted. It has that sheen from all of the nut butters. Whenever a bar breaks like this and looks like this, all I can think about is power bars when I was in cross country, and those things were horrendous tasting. This actually smells like cookie dough. I really hope it tastes like cookie dough because, wow. Oh my gosh. That is just like cookie dough. Holy freaking cow. Like, the texture is cookie dough. It's slightly sticky. This is grainy in the sense of when you're eating cookie dough, that's slightly grainy from like the salt, but not grainy in a protein powder texture kind of way. This actually tastes just like cookie dough. I'm shook. I would not believe you if you told me that had 14 grams of protein in it. And 10 grams of fiber. Oh my gosh, I need to try more of their flavors. NoCow, dipped, birthday cake flavor. I did try the birthday cake flavor, undipped, in like, I think my first protein bar video, and it was decent, but y'all were upset with my score and told me to try dipped. So we're gonna try dipped. A lot less calories, higher protein than the other bars, 200 calories, 6 grams of total fat, but half of the fat is saturated. So 3.5 is saturated fat, 15 grams of fiber. Dear goodness. And also increase your water, because if you don't increase your water when you're increasing your fiber, it's like going down a water slide without any water. Anyway, 8 grams of sugar alcohol and 0 added sugars. Also 20 stinking grams of protein. That's awesome for a plant-based protein bar. Ingredient list, we love to see it. Brown rice protein and pea protein. Both together, it's a complete protein. We love it. It already broke apart when I opened it. It smells like sugar sweetener and Play-Doh. Yo, I don't like NoCow. The texture is doughy. Like, the texture gives me soft, doughy sugar cookie vibes. It's a lot grainier and grittier than the other bars. Faker tasting, like this is just artificial tasting. Because of what I've had previously in this video, I really don't like this bar. It tastes very much like a protein bar. It's not my favorite, which is kind of upsetting because I really wanted to like everything. I always want to like everything. I never want to bash something because it hurts me in the gut. But I would not recommend buying this. I won't buy this flavor again. I'm giving it 4. 1, if you're vegetarian or vegan, of course you're gonna wanna be reaching for those plant-based protein bars. It's an easy way to get 10 to 18, sometimes 20 grams of protein in one bar in a couple minutes. And as a dietitian, I gotta tell you, vegans, vegetarians, you can 100% get enough protein in your day using whole foods. But sometimes you wanna mix up your proteins and you want something convenient that you can have in your purse if you're not eating or unable to eat for a couple hours and you're not near like a refrigerator or a kitchen, you know what I mean? The second time plant-based protein bars will come on top is the digestibility. And that word was digestibility. Said it really quickly. I have had so many clients and friends of mine tell me that they really can't digest whey or casein and they have bubbles, gurgles, gas, stomach issues when they have any kind of whey-based protein powder or whey-based protein bars. And finally, plant-based protein bars, generally speaking, have more fiber than their animal-based protein bar counterparts. And we love fiber. Not only does it decrease the risk of cancers, stroke, heart disease, diabetes, it helps with weight management. It also has been shown to decrease our perceived stress and improve our mood. And we love all that. Also, it improves digestion. And the reason is plants just have naturally occurring fibers in them already, whereas animal-based protein bars, they have to add ingredients in to amp up the fiber. Plant-based protein bars, especially when they use whole food ingredients, will already have naturally occurring fibers, and that's what you're looking for. I'm stoked about this one. Hazelnut Nougat, plant-based Barebell protein bar. Y'all did not like my commentary to Barebell in my last video because I said it was okay, but I am excited to give it another shot. In this bar, 220 calories, 10 grams of fat, 4 grams are saturated fat, probably from the cocoa butter, 7 grams of fiber, 0 added sugars, we love to see it, and 6 grams of sugar alcohol. So a little bit less sugar alcohols than the NoCow, 15 grams of protein. Pretty darn solid. When you look on the ingredient list, the first ingredient is their vegan protein blend, and I kind of think this is my favorite protein blend. Their soy protein isolate, which we know is very efficient to be absorbed in our body, also pea protein, also rice protein. So we have 2 complete amino acids in this bar, which is incredible. So 15 grams of protein is actually gonna be pretty well absorbed in our body. This looks like a straight up candy bar. Listen, controversial opinion, but I love the way this looks because if it actually tastes like a chocolate bar, but it has fiber and protein in it, I'm not gonna be mad about it. Okay. Maybe I was harsh the first time. It is tasty. I really like the nuts at the top of this. Like, I am a big hazelnut girly and chocolate girly, Nutella girly. So the outside coating, 1000% tastes like a chocolate bar. Inside is very chewy. So if you like a chewy bar, this is for you. I like the nuts out because it gives it a little bit more of a texture. The taste is reminiscent of like a chewier Musketeers with a mix of Snickers but without the caramel layer. There is a slight aftertaste, I'm gonna be honest with you. There's a little slight protein powder aftertaste. Not terrible. When you're eating it, you don't taste the protein powder aftertaste because it's an aftertaste, Nicole, obviously. I am giving this a 7. It actually tastes just like a candy bar. I love that I gave it another chance. If there's another Barebell bar I should try, let me know down below because I'll try it again. And the last bar, RawRev. It is the peanut butter dark chocolate sea salt. I've never seen this brand before in my life. I love the marketing. It's so stinking cute. 200 calories, 13 grams of fat, and only 2.5 is saturated. So a lot of unsaturated fat in here. 12 grams of fiber. Dear goodness. 2 grams of added sugars and 11 grams of protein. Would I want a little bit more? Yes. But again, with plant-based bars, I really want at least minimum 10. The first ingredient is peanuts. So I guess most of the protein is coming from that. I also see on here that there is flax protein powder, so that's another way they're getting protein. And they have brown rice protein and pea protein isolate. I was expecting such a darker bar. And it's already broken in my, this looks absolutely incredible. It smells like Laura Bar peanut butter cups, which makes sense because those are also raw bars, but this is like huge pieces of chocolate chips. That is very, 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 very peanutty. I'm gonna tell you what, those chocolate chips, silky, smooth. The bar, very thick, really peanutty. If you like peanuts, this is gonna be a bar you really enjoy. It also says sea salt in the title, and usually I wouldn't like that, but I actually think this needs a little bit more salt because the flavor, little subdued. It tastes like unsalted natural peanut butter. If that's your jam, with little chocolate chips, do it. I just think it needs more salt, especially if it's called dark chocolate sea salt. Not bad. Would I eat this again? Sure. Would I buy it again? No. I'm giving this a 5 out of 10. It's a good bar, but because of the first 2 I had, and the Barebell was pretty good, but because of those first 2 bars, I really have high standards now for plant-based protein bars. So if you're out there, if you're looking for a plant-based protein bar, number 1, that Aloha bar, chocolate chip cookie dough, 1000% you should buy. Second, I'm gonna give it to the Barebell just because it has more protein than the gomacro. Gomacro is a solid bar. if you need something in between meals to hold you over. I am pleasantly surprised by plant-based protein bars. All right, y'all, if you have any questions, let your girl know. And until next time, drink your water, eat your fruits and vegetables, and be kind to yourself and those around you. And I'll see y'all next week. Bye, y'all.